Hello guys, welcome to the 3D market commentary today. Today is Thursday, May the 5th. The disclaimers are up there on the top left hand corner, so please read them, even if you need to pause the videos to do so. Now, you have different places you can go for support, which I'll show you now, and then we'll go into the market commentary for today. You have email addresses down here, Becky@tradewithufos.com and support@tradewithufos.com. It's two places there. You also have this link here, tradewithufos.com/Becky. Now this one will bring you to this link. Now from this link, or from this page, you can book one-on-one coaching with me if you'd like. You've got apps and courses and coaching that you can get from here. If you scroll down a bit, this will start to be filled out as of tomorrow, as of Friday, where you'll be able to track the trades that I place in my live sessions. And if you scroll down to the bottom, there's a questions and answers section. So different places you can go, or same place you can go actually, for different types of support depending on what you need. So please use it as you need to, whatever's going to be most helpful. So with that in mind, let's now come into the 3D market commentary. So we send out an email every day, Monday to Friday. That is this here on the left-hand side. This email goes through major world markets, looking at 3 different statistical elements per market. That's why we call it a 3D approach. Now, it's obviously relevant to what's happening in the markets themselves and the charts, hence why we have that on the right-hand side as well. So these 3 elements, just quickly to give them a little summary. Firstly, market climate, using Auto Climate here as the app we use for this, to help us figure out what the likely upcoming direction is. Is that market likely to go up? Is that market likely to go down? Or is it unlikely to go in either direction? With buy and sell UFOs, stands for unfilled orders. We're looking for buyers and sellers in a market that can push price up or down. We use an app called Auto UFOs to help with that. And then we look at market volatility, so how quickly we expect the markets to move. So we are starting with the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks. That's what we have here. Now, everything we're looking at is on a daily chart. So different things happen on different time frames. Everything that we're looking at today is relevant to a daily time frame. So with the S&P, we have a thin dot on our auto climate. That tells us that there's not enough probability in either direction. Can't be called one way or the other. Now, for the first time in a while, we have buyers that have been formed. These buyers are between 4195.75 to 4056. Now we have sellers up here between 4509 to 4432.75. And they are slightly further away than the buyers. Overall, we probably won't be affected by either sets of buyers or sellers today, and the climate doesn't know what it's doing either, so nothing really to report here. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year on the S&P of 26.25%. But in a day, 70.6 points. In a week, 155.42 points. In a month, 323.53 points. So that's the S&P 500. The next market is crude oil. So let's load this. And then just to highlight here about the different courses that we offer: futures, stocks, forex, backtesting, trading plans, and psychology. So different courses you can take depending on what you need. Now, most of them come with a 3-month complimentary access to the apps. Auto Climate, which is this one here, a free app on most platforms that you can get it on. Auto UFOs, which is this one here that shows us the buyers and sellers. This is a paid for monthly subscription, which you can subscribe to directly. You don't have to get a course in order to use the apps. You can just subscribe to use the apps. However, most of the time, getting a course and getting 3 months complimentary access is cheaper than if you were to just use the apps for 3 months. So check that out depending on what's best for you. So coming back to oil, we have a conflicting situation here, because we have a thick blue dot on auto climate, that's probability upwards, but we have sellers here pushing downwards. So they are between 115.54 to 108.68. We also have buyers quite a way away down here at 80.47 to 77.83. So overall, we've got buyers pushing up and sellers pushing down in the exact same place. Who will win? I don't know. I would say leave it, let it clear its way one way or the other in order to give us probabilities that are more defined. For now, there's no point trading something that doesn't have clear probabilities. In terms of volatility, we expect movement up or down in a year of 53.15%. In a day, that's 3.61 points. In a week, 7.96 points. And in a month, 16.56 points. So that's crude oil. The next market is gold. So this. Now, just to point out down here about coaching and support, we do have lots of free coaching and support, and you can find that all over our website and YouTube and places like that. We also have a closed coaching community, which is a small monthly fee that gives you access to more resources. So check that out as well if that's of interest to you. So gold, thick red dot, probability down. Now, price has recently pushed to the upside, so we might see that change tomorrow. For the time being, though, probability down. And we have sellers up here between 2003 to 1962.7, and buyers here between 1815.8 to 1788.5. We're kind of in between them. Unlikely that either of them will affect us today, so probability coming from the climate to the downside. In terms of volatility, we expect movement up or down in 1 year of 18.81%. In a day, 22.5 points. In a week, 49.52 points. In a month, 103.09 points. So that's gold. Okay, the next market is the US dollar. So let's load this here. So with the US dollar, we have, for the first time in a while, a thin dot, meaning not enough probabilities either way. Now, we've been overextended to the upside for a while now, so it's not surprising that finally it stopped in its tracks. It might only be a pause as it continues up. It might be a pause and it stays like that for a while. Might be a pause and then comes back down. But at least the push to the upside has at least slowed off. Now, we have sellers here that are likely the cause of that pause in the move to the upside. The sellers are between 103.775 to 103.06. We have buyers down here at 100.675 to 99.81. So sellers that are closer, likely to be pushing price down. For the time being, though, it's a thin dot, not enough probability either way. Wait until it confirms itself. Volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in a year of 9.76%. In a day, that's 0.63 points. In a week, 1.39 points. And in a month, 2.9 points. So that's the US dollar. Last but not least is bakkt Bitcoin. Now, just to point down here towards our top platform, so it's Predictive Options Planner. Even if you're not an options trader, it's particularly useful because it integrates all of our apps. So check that out. If you're an options trader, even more so because it has even more apps. So bakkt Bitcoin, again, for the first time in a while, a thin dot, no longer probability down, kind of undecided, not sure what it's doing. Now, we also have buyers and sellers, but quite a way away from where we are now. We have sellers here between 47,317.5 to 44,345. We have buyers down here at 32,820 to 31,615. And we're in the middle, in between them. So we are unlikely to be hit by either of one of them today. And again, not sure what's going on with the climate. Best to leave it alone. No point trading a market that doesn't have clear probabilities. With volatility, we'd expect Bitcoin to move up or down in 1 year by 61.09%. In a day, that's up or down of about 1,500 points. In a week, up or down of about 3,300 points. And in a month, up or down of about 7,000 points. So that is bakkt Bitcoin. Now, the last thing to look at is our weekly economic calendar. We get it from fxstreet.com. We filter by high impact news because we want to know which scheduled news reports will affect the markets that we trade and perhaps increase volatility. So today, all of the news that could have came out today seems like it was all in in my country, in Great Britain, would have affected British markets and the British pound, and that would have been an hour ago that the last bit of news came out there. So nothing left for today in terms of scheduled news reports on other major world markets. Now, any questions, you can, of course, email me if you need to, or you can go to this link, tradewithufos.com/Becky. You can book coaching, you can get apps and courses and general coaching as well. You can track my trades in time. And if you scroll down, question and answer section as well, that you can ask a question in, or you might find the answer to your question already there. So lots of places to go for help and support. Please do use it if you need to, and I will see you tomorrow. So have a great rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.